My name is Vijay, and in this video we will see how some of the chemicals that we encounter commonly in our households can be used to demonstrate the chemical properties of substances. Here we have with us some sunflower oil, window cleaner, a washing up liquid, a food color, vinegar, and some acid, which could be present in a toilet cleaner, and some bicarbonate of soda. And we have a couple of beakers and some water with us. So the first thing we're going to see is what's going to happen if I put some bicarb in a little bit of water. So let's say, take a little bit of bicarb, put it in water and see what happens. Okay, it's nicely dissolving and we don't see anything really, that it's maybe slightly colder, but otherwise nothing much is happening in the solution that we are seeing inside the beaker. Okay, so if I add a tiny bit of vinegar to it, so let's see if we're going to put some cider vinegar to it and see what happens. So if I put some cider vinegar, here we go. So we immediately see some effervescence of carbon dioxide coming out of the solution. So what's happening is the carbon dioxide, which is trapped in the bicarbonate of soda, is released as the carbonate reacts with the vinegar. So it was fairly quick. We didn't see a lag in the release of carbon dioxide. So let's take another beaker and we try the same with, let's say, sulfuric acid. I've got 2 molar sulfuric acid, which could be, okay, I'll let it here because it's still producing more gas. So I'll put in an equivalent amount of 2 molar sulfuric acid and see what's going to happen now. So we put in some sulfuric acid. It's much more vigorous. You can see it's much more vigorous as compared to the vinegar one. So obviously sulfuric acid, being a much stronger acid, is able to produce the bubbles at a much faster rate than the vinegar and the bicarbonate. And usually we don't use the word bubbles because everything is actually bubbly. So effervescence is the proper word to indicate the release of a gas. In this case, it's carbon dioxide. So I'll put some water in here and let's take a look at what we can do with oil and water. So I'll put some water here, okay? Put a little bit of food colorant so that it's nicely mixed. And then now I'm going to add a tiny bit of oil in it. So if I mix them well, and if I let it settle down, it will definitely form 2 layers. So it will, you can already see here 2 layers forming here. So if I add, let's say, some window cleaner in it, and let's see what that happens. We seem to get a fairly homogeneous solution. It seems to be soluble now because the window cleaner, it says it's got alcohol and a non-ionic surfactants. So the surfactants, the property of the surfactants is it binds to the oil in the water so that the whole mixture becomes one miscible unit. So we don't see any layer formation like we saw earlier with oil and water. There's a tiny bit of droplets, oil droplets still floating on the top, but it's not so extent. So that's pretty much it really. So if we had a balloon, we could have collected the gas. We could have had some milk here and we could have poured the food colorant on the milk and add a drop of washing up liquid, and you can see the milk exploding into various colors because the milk in the presence of washing up liquid, the surface tension, it goes low, because of which the dye molecules are able to travel faster and much smoother in the liquid. I guess that's all we have for now. Thank you very much.